After you grow up, do you still play football or you play when you are a kid?
No. You play since you born until you die. Yeah.
Wow.
It's incredible. You can find food everywhere here. It's like a philosophy. I mean, it's not just a sport. You are talking about football every day. Every day.
Hi, my name is Hussein. Hello, I am Hassan. This is a Chills podcast where we talk about different cities and cultures from all over the world. My brother and I, we love meeting new people and exploring different cultures. We believe that exploring new cultures is helpful because you will widen your perspective of the world, you will learn a lot about the humanity and how it differs worldwide, and also you will learn a lot about yourself by seeing yourself through others' eyes. Thanks for tuning in. Argentina is the eighth largest country in the world, the second largest in South America after Brazil, and the largest Spanish-speaking nation by area. Modern Argentine culture has been largely influenced by Italian, Spanish, and other European immigration from France, United Kingdom, and Germany, among others. The country's capital city, Buenos Aires or Buenos Aires, is the most visited city in South America. The metro area population of Buenos Aires in 2019 was about 15 million. This time we have two guests, our good friends, Maxi and Sofia. Both are incredibly sincere, open, generous, and just nice people. Please enjoy. All right, guys, welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's good to have you guys. And let us start with the question about yourself. Can you talk about yourself a little bit?
Yes, of course. Well, I'm Maxi. I'm from Argentina. I'm work and study human resources.
Uh-huh.
And well, I love football, of course, and I like travel a lot. So well, we met like this way, traveling, and well, we are living in a city called Tandil in Buenos Aires province in Argentina right now.
Uh-huh.
I'm Sofia.
Uh-huh.
We are a couple, and I am a biologist, and I work writing books of science for school.
Wow.
And well, I also love traveling. We love knowing new places
and meet people,
and well, traveling around in different cultures.
Wow, that's good. Yeah. And last year you made this dream come true, right? You traveled to so many countries.
Oh, last year we visit,
I don't know, around
13?
15
or 15, 13 or 15 countries.
No, I think there weren't so many because we stay quite a long time in every place. So yeah, well, more than 10, but I don't know exactly how many.
Yeah, it's still a lot.
Yeah.
But big countries, some of them. So we stay long in some places, like China, for example. Well, it take a lot to know different parts of that countries.
Yeah, the time we spend in every place was mostly related to the time that we have the visa, the time they let us stay in the country.
Good. And could you please tell us how to say hi in your language?
Yes. We say hola.
Hola, hola. Without
hola
H, right?
Like the hola.
Hola.
Yeah, with H. Yeah. But the H is has no sound. Not
soundless.
Yeah, it's not like it's hola. No, in Spanish is
hola.
and
that
you,
is like the
general
way of saying hello.
Say hello, but
then you have like when you say good morning or good afternoon, good night. They are all different ways.
Or the way when you meet with somebody, you can say hola, ¿cómo estás? Yes.
How are you?
How are you?
¿Cómo estás? Yeah. And how do you greet each other? Do you shake hands, or we heard that people they hug each other cheek to cheek? Is that right?
Yeah, we usually hug and kiss. So that is very difficult now with the isolation and this
pandemic.
The pandemic.
Yeah, it was very difficult.
It's very unusual to having some friend or someone you. I mean, there's no need that the person is so close to you, but still you hug and you kiss.
Yeah.
But even more when you have feelings for the person, like it's a friend or something like that, and it's coming to your house or you're meeting with them, and you cannot hug now because you have to be like distance.
Yeah,
it's very strange for us.
In Argentina, it's so common to hug another person or to kiss in the cheek to cheek and with another person. So even if you are not so close with that person, just one kiss, yeah, only one cheek.
Only one cheek. Usually the right one.
I see. Wow. And
this is for everybody. I mean, man with man, woman with man, everybody with everybody.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not difference about the sex or gender. Like that. Everybody.
And all ages. You usually say hello this way to a little kid or to a older person, to everybody.
That's cool. Yeah, it's so different from China. Last week we talked with our friend from Hong Kong, and she said that it's not common to hug there.
Yeah, it's quite strange. Also the hugs here are very strong. You have to maintain the hug. It's just a little touch.
Yeah. So it just
you stay there like, I don't know, 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah. So is the much love have you have for the another person is the longest hug.
Oh wow. So if you see your friend every day, you still hug him so strong?
Yes. With friends, yes. When also when you
when you say goodbye, also it's the same.
And a lot of more when you have a long time without seeing another friend. If you have a long time without seeing each other with your friend, well, it's more strong. The stronger the hugging.
So the longer you don't see each other, the stronger is the hug.
Yeah.
It's like you make the connection again.
Oh wow.
Body connection.
Wow, that's good.
This will happen to us when we met again.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We would like to see that. What does it mean to be polite in your culture?
To be polite is like offer food, offer time with another person to share some Argentinian tea that like is
beverage.
It's a beverage we call mate. This mate is like a tea, traditional Argentinian tea.
I don't remember if we show you the mate when we were in China, but because it's very special beverage, because it's like a cup but with a straw and a lot of leaves inside of the cup, and you put hot water and you drink, and then you put water again and you share this with another person, so everybody drink from the same straw.
Wow.
Also it's not COVID friendly.
Allowed. we have in Argentina a lot of problems without that because it's so a strong culture in that item. So the mate was forbidden for to share, not for drink alone, but you cannot share the mate. Was very difficult for our culture because it's a way to meet with another people, to connect, to be polite, to be friendly.
Even when with somebody you haven't met before, you share mate.
Yeah.
All the time. I mean, we are drinking mate all day since morning till night, and we are drinking this all day. Now with the pandemic, we cannot share the mate. Everybody has to have
their own mate.
And it's very strange also.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What else? It's being kind. I mean, having
good mood,
good manners, don't shout, or being kind, like asking the other person how does he feel or she feel, or if they need something.
And also I think it's universal thing. You used to be polite is using your smile. Yeah, so with that, I think is the more polite you can be.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have so many traditional things. Perhaps in the past, more than being polite is like showing respect was different than is it now. Before, perhaps to the older people, we call them in a different way.
More formal. But now it's not
using. No, not anymore. And
that's it. Not so much tradition in that way. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see. What might surprise foreigners if they visit your hometown?
Well, the mate, I think if you came from another country,
that might be surprising.
Very surprising to see everybody drinking this. Yes.
Well, the traditional asado and empanadas, they are both food and traditional food from Argentina. And it's asado is a meat cooked by grill, but little by little in huge pieces of meat. This is very traditional from Argentina.
Yeah.
And
the pieces of meat are very
big for we saw in other countries that was very little cuts of meat, generally small and generally cow and pork or chicken also. But the pieces of cow, is the more traditional meats in Argentina, where they're so big for putting the grill and cook it little by little in fire.
Yeah, like a barbecue.
Yeah,
very big pieces. The city we live now, it's very beautiful. We haven't been here before now that we moved here, and it's very nice. You have hills all around, and so I mean, from our window we can see the hills, and you can go trekking.
We have a lot of landscape changing landscape in Argentina about when you move 100 kilometers. For example, in here near about 100 kilometers, we have the sea. So you go to the beach, to the Atlantic coast, and you go around about another 200 kilometers, and you find some hills with wind and little more colder or something like that. You can find in some kilometers around different landscape.
Yeah, mainly it's grasslands here in the area where we live. But then in the rest of the country, it's quite a big country, so you have glaciers in the south and big mountains, and then the waterfalls. One of the biggest of the, I think. The landscape and rainforest, and well, there are a lot of landscapes.
Yeah, in Tajikistan, it's winter right now. So in your place, is it
This is different.
summer right now?
Yeah, it is not some. I think summer starts on 21st of December. So we
Wow.
are close to the beginning of the summer. Now we are like in the final moment of the spring.
Wow.
So different.
different. Yeah, I read that you have storms there.
And
Yeah,
Yes.
storms, a strong storm. Yeah, in different parts of the countries also are different.
yeah, I mean there are storms, but not like I don't know in
In the
Southeast
Caribbean,
Asia.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean not that kind of rain, heavily rain for so
Yeah.
many hours and so hot.
And not so common the hurricanes or something
Yeah,
like
we
that.
don't have like those kind of natural phenomena here.
Ah.
It's very quiet.
It's more normal, but we have a rain, snow
Uh-huh.
in the different regions, not in the same place. For example, here where we live now is not common to snow. I think it's happened once in 20 years, for example.
Wow.
And it's not common to have big phenomena like hurricanes or twisters or
No, that never happened.
earthquake. Not here, but yes, in the mountains, for example, it's common to have earthquakes, sometimes little, sometimes stronger. But
Mhm.
it's so big the country and so different that you have different phenomena in different parts. Yeah.
We also have the same. I don't know how to say it, the hour.
Uh-huh.
It's the same for all the country.
Yeah, the GTM.
So the GTM, it's the same for all.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the
the
time
area.
is the same for the entire country?
In
Yeah,
all the
for
countries.
east and west are not so. The distance between the eastern part and the western part of the country is not so long, so we have all the same time.
If you could choose three aspects of
Yeah.
your culture to put in a time box for the future, what would you put in it?
From our culture?
Yeah, from
Yeah.
your cultures, three things to put in a time box. Yeah, that you would like to save for the future.
Oh, it's a very different.
Dulce de leche.
That's another thing. Yeah, we have some like caramel, but typical from this country, and we call it dulce de leche. That is like milk jam. I don't know the
Milk
translation.
jam?
And well, it's very, very delicious. It's
Food.
like caramel, but made with milk.
Oh.
Yeah, it's food. I'm talking about food all the time.
Okay.
From our culture, well, I think that the landscapes are very beautiful in Argentina.
Yeah, but he
From
said
the
that,
people.
yeah, you could put in epochs.
Well, there are some traditions like having nap in after lunch and like that.
Do you call that siesta?
Yes, siesta.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
And what time is that usually?
I
After
love siesta more
after
in
2?
the summer. Siesta is usually
After lunch.
After lunch, I mean around 1:30 or 2 for 1 hour. You can sleep, or in the weekend you can sleep more.
Wow. So after
because we usually go to sleep at night very late.
Yeah.
Yeah, after lunch we choose to have a little nap. Sometimes it's not so little, but we.
So do you have a place for that to take a nap? The working place?
No, only at home. If you haven't worked, you can take a nap, but at home, not at
the work. Yeah, and in the big cities, this is impossible because you work like in one. How do you say? Like from 9 to 5, all in a row. But in the small town, in the far away from the big cities, usually the people work from 8 to 12 3 to 7 in the afternoon. So you have like 3 hours in the middle for going home and having lunch and having siesta.
3 hours. Wow. In our country, it's 1 hour, from 12 to 1, 1 p.m.
For lunch?
Yeah, for lunch, just lunch.
Okay.
Yeah, because in most of the world, as far as we last year, in cultures, everybody have like dinner very early, around 6 p.m. Then they go to sleep, I don't know, around 9 or 10. But for us, we also have another meal in the middle, and we call it merienda. And it's around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And then we have dinner around 10 or 11 in the night. And then we go to sleep around midnight or even later.
Wow.
The next day we wake up around 6 or 7. So there is not so much sleep at night.
Yeah. What about you, Maxi? What would you put?
I put the dulce de leche because it's very good meal, very good sweet. I think it's a good discover the banana with dulce de leche. It's like dessert. After lunch. You can put that in the box. It's enough. I know that I'm doing a good thing for the humanity putting that in the box.
Yeah, that's a good choice. All right. So, and what culture besides your own do you admire and why?
¿Qué?
¿Qué cultura admiras además de la?
Well, the Asian culture, it's surprising and
there are a lot of cultures.
Yeah, there are a lot of cultures, different Asian cultures. But yeah, I mean, in the places I could stay or I could meet people that show me their culture. For me, it's so surprising and interesting to learn about it. Like in China, but in China also have a lot of different cultures in the different countries. So that's what we like or what I like. The different things like you can find in each culture, because it's in Japan or Vietnam or I don't know, Philippines. All are Asians, but all are different. All in the same country, you can find a lot of difference and how they in common. Maybe we are surprised more in about how they see the life in some or some things about the life. And that is what surprised or what I like about the Asian cultures. They are older than us in about culture, so it's also surprising, and you can find a lot of wisdom in them. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, for me too. I really like traveling around Asia and all the hospitality of the people and the interest. Well, I don't know, because you cannot be like objective about your own culture in this thing. But I think the people were more interested in about knowing each other and getting to know how the other people live. I mean, for example, rather than people here, how they are not so interested in knowing more. I mean, it's like everything is, I don't know, like here in South America, everything is like Europe or North America, and it's like the only thing they see. There's not so much interest in knowing different things about the rest of the world.
Yeah.
But in Asia, I found that people were so open and so curious, and so much hospitality, and well, I really like that.
Yeah, it's good to hear that. You know, that's interesting. Our friend from Hong Kong, her answer for the same question was Latin America, South America. So she said she likes the culture of South America.
Yeah, I think because you can know some.
You move
some
from
parts,
the center.
Yeah, you are so. We are so different in the daily life, and maybe at the end you are trying to find the same thing, the curious, in the curious way, or in the hospitality of the people, the smile of the people, the humanity of the people. I think is what surprised. We are so different cultures, Latin America or Asian, and at the end, I think the humanity or the things that really
the human concerns are the same.
Yeah, are the same. And
yeah, that's right.
You can find that when you discover that is what surprised you, and you finally you are in love with that culture you find. In our case, is Asian culture, but in the case of the Hong Kong guy, maybe it's Latin American culture, because you can find that.
Yeah, and you can go deeper, and you can make that kind of connections only when you travel the way we did last year. Yeah. Because if you go to the opposite side of the world, you are traveling just as tourist, and then you are not able to find all these kind of things, because perhaps you don't have the kind of chat or the conversations with the people that reveal or shows you that the main concerns, I don't know, family and love and what to do with your life and that kind of stuff, that is the same for all of us all around the world, even if we are very, very different in the daily life as cultures.
We would like to hear from you guys a little bit about football. How important football in your life, and how often do you play that? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, in Argentina, it's very, very common and cultural things, because sometimes you can talk about football examples at work or in your job or in every part. You can talk with people about the match from yesterday, and all the time like that. And all the time about right now about Messi, and the last week was the death of Maradona. So you are talking about football every day, daily life. And you can play anytime, because you can find friends playing football once a week at least. You can play little matches, 5x5 or something like that. It's very common in Argentina.
Also for women.
Also for women. Now for women is very common now, and the women are playing football so much. So it's quite good.
Yeah, you have teams that's for women, teams for men, and some of them mixed.
Yeah, also in Argentina, the feminine football teams are turned professionals. So that's impulse. They get impulse to make more common the football for women. So it's quite you can find football everywhere here.
It's like a philosophy. I mean, it's not just a sport. You can talk about the way you in the ¿cómo se dice cancha?
The field.
In the field, I don't know. Perhaps you are at work or in a meeting, and you can make relations between how to move in work with how to move in the field. I don't know, like, or everything.
after you grow up, do you still play football or you play when you are kid, when you are a student?
Ah, okay. No. You play since you born until you die. So yeah.
Wow.
It's incredible. You have a 60 years old or also 70 if you are in good condition or some condition. It's not about competition at this age. For example, the 20s to the
Yeah, it's like making
60s is making
sports,
a meeting, activity, make friends, just for that, for fun, and it's a part of our culture. Also.
Yeah, it's for all life. Because after, I mean, when you are older, or for example, our age, after the match, you go and have some beer, or you go to have some dinner with all the team.
Yeah.
And so it's like a social event also, not just the sport. And for women, it's also very hockey,
Mm-hmm.
and for older people also. I mean, there are different categories, and some of them are called like papi or mommy, like daddy football, or mommy is like mommy football or mommy hockey, and it's for
when you get older.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when you play football, 5 by 5, for example, I mean 5 against 5 people. So you can find 10 people playing football, in general friends or knowing people, and after match you have the third time, not the second time, the second half. The third half is the meeting when you meet with the people for drink, for beer, or for dinner.
Wow.
So that is the thing you can play in all your life.
Wow. That's also, yeah, that's good. And what is the best time to visit your country?
Yeah, well, I think every season it's good.
Yeah, all year is nice.
It depends what like you.
No, it depends what region do you want to visit.
Yeah.
Because in the south, we are very close to Antarctica, to the South Pole.
Yeah.
So in the winter, it's very cold.
Very hard to arrive there. Yeah, it's quite difficult. Yeah, but the north is like a border with Bolivia and Brazil and Paraguay, so it's very hot all year around. It depends on what region do you want to. Yeah. In the mountains at the west of the country, in the mountains is very cold. Also in winter. In Andes. In the Andes, so it's better to visit in summer or spring. Unless you want to go. Unless you want to skiing or snowboarding or activities like that, you need the snow and the cold weather. And well, in the rest of the country, in the middle, in the center, or in the east, I think even though I think summer is the best month. Yeah, or the spring.
Yeah, but by summer you mean December, January?
Yes, perhaps January. Well, in the north, it's very hot in January. I think between September to March, April, it's the better time.
I see. And do you have any festivals during that time?
Yeah. Well, in December we have Christmas and New Year. New Year, Christmas is about 25 of December, and New Year is 1st of January.
Yeah.
And then we have the carnival in February or March. It depends of the moon. It's like quite similar in some Asian cultures. Carnival. The carnival. We call carnaval, but in English I think it's carnival.
Yeah, that's right.
And in some parts of the country there are very big celebrations with carnival. Like the people is like with a very few clothes and a lot of feathers and things. Yeah, in different regions it's different, the carnival, because in the east or in the northeast
we have the carnival like in Carnival in Rio.
Yeah.
Like Rio.
Oh, like in Rio.
You know Brazil, Rio Carnival.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like that.
It's like that. But
in the east,
in the northwest of the country, is more traditional with clothes, more linked to religion,
to Inca culture.
So the Quechua culture. So it's quite different. The carnival, the celebration of the carnival, but still the same celebration, carnival, but very different way to celebrate.
Everywhere is a lot of drinking.
That's the same in everywhere. It's drinking a lot of food, a lot of that's a celebration.
Yeah. All right, guys. Could you please share your contacts where people could find you or contact you? Maybe Facebook or Instagram, if you have.
Yeah. My Instagram is Maxi Sega. I'm spell it like MAXIZEGA.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And mine is Algo va a salir. We also have Facebook, but we don't use it anymore.
I think my Facebook is the same that my Instagram.
Yeah. And is there anything you would like to say or add before we wrap up?
Now, just encourage people to travel and meet very different cultures because we enrich each other with that.
Open your mind.
Open your minds to that. Yeah, only that. I think it's okay.
Yeah, that's a good advice. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for taking the time. We appreciate it, and we also learned so many things about Argentina.
Thank you.
Yeah, and how to say bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Oh. Ciao.
Ciao. Ciao. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for listening, everyone. We hope that you found this episode entertaining and educational. We will be back soon with another brand new episode. If you would like to get in contact with us, our email address is theachilles@gmail.com. Until next time, bye.